I'd say to other performers that are looking at it, come up with some kind of side hustle. Like, obviously it's hard for everyone to do that, but there are so many things out there, like whether it be just teaching, you know, for 5 years, I taught at different stagecoaches and theatre trains, things like that. You know, that it's not these days. Well, another example is I do like my own workshops and things like that, like especially Heather's, because people love it up and down the country. And I used to just say to schools, you know, hey, I'd love to come in and do a workshop, and I'd charge a flat rate, and I don't, whether they paid for it as a school or they charged the kid, all that was up to them. I would just charge a flat rate and go in and do it for 90 minutes. Then I thought, why don't I just run it myself? So last summer and last Easter, I literally did in 2 weeks, the Easter holidays last year, I did like 15 different cities in 2 weeks. And I just planned it. So I was doing like my own UK tour of workshops, and I didn't plan it very well. I was like Glasgow one day and Southampton the other. It was ridiculous. But I set up my own website. I made it so you can like buy things on the website. I rang all the venues myself. I just did it all myself. And I wouldn't mention this if we weren't on like more of a business minded podcast, but like monetary wise, it was so much more rewarding because all of a sudden and yet the kids were not paying any more than what they would have paid if like their school had said, oh, come in and you pay £30 and, you know, you get 3 hours. It worked out like £10 an hour for the kids for 3 hours. It was not, you know, people were saying, oh, this is actually quite cheap. Like, you're not charging very much. But, and I'm not even being like a nice guy. Like, no, I thought, no, I'm charging what I think it should be. I'm not going to I'm not going to charge you way more than you should just because I can.